Hey, you're listening to the Waffle Press movie podcast. I forget. I need a specific name for this one because there's like a couple others that are on the YouTube channel, which you should all like and subscribe to when you have the opportunity, if you like listening to our voices and occasionally seeing our faces, because there's a lot on there that I think you guys would enjoy if you check it out. Again, my name is Dave Crespo, and I will be your host. But with me, I have an excellent sound engineer here at Undercity Podcast. Comics. Undercity Comics, yes. Yeah, in the podcast room, Undercity Comics. How you doing, Renee?
I'm doing pretty good. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome, as always. And then I have a very special guest, Kirk, the very first person to help me with the Waffle Press way back when I was first like a little germ of an idea, because I didn't even know what to call it. And then Kirk gave me the Waffle Press name and title. Kirk, I love you. How are you?
I am great. Thank you you've always invited me, so I'm finally here.
Yes. And now it's a good day. We saw Avengers Age of Ultron together.
Yes.
That was heck of fun. And that's when I first tried shawarma for the first time.
Oh, how was that?
It's really good. Yeah, I snuck it in.
Try it too.
I snuck it into the movie.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
He took all our extra bread, put it in some foil, and then halfway through I see him sneak it out of his jacket pocket and start munching. Yeah,
because if that was my first time seeing the movie, I would have been glued to the screen. I wouldn't have been able to eat, but because I went to the screening earlier, I was like, oh, I'm totally going to eat and just watch everyone's reactions. And then I was eating, but I forgot to watch everyone's reactions because I really like that movie.
That's the best part of seeing a movie twice, is like seeing everyone's reactions in the theater.
Yeah, yeah. It's so fun. And then sometimes it sucks though when people don't like it. Like, I don't know if you remember, I started applauding during the first like shot of all the Avengers fighting Hydra. And I was like, woo! And then the theater was silent. And I was like,
it's gonna be this crowd.
Yeah. I was like, God,
it's gonna be that crowd.
But yeah, that was awkward but fun. Gotta go watch more movies. You have not seen Jurassic World, is that correct?
Yes, I have not. No, I have not.
That's all right, because I do like it. It's not a movie that I don't think I'll ever need to rewatch anytime soon, but it's fun. It's pretty dumb. It's way better than the other two movies though. Just not the first one. The first one's it's a perfect movie.
Yeah, and plus you can't compare it to the first one.
Yeah, no, that's just not fair. Yeah. You'll lose. Like all other movies lose when you compare it to the first Jurassic Park. But the sequel just got greenlit like a couple hours before recording this and talking to you guys, and it has no title. I'm sure it's gonna be like Rise of the Jurassic World or something like that, or Dawn of the Jurassic World, or Age of the Jurassic World or something. I bet it's gonna be something ridiculous.
The Jurassic World.
Yeah, even though I think that Star Trek Beyond sounds like a cool title. Like that's the only one where it sounds cool right there. Do you guys have any title suggestions? Because I asked on Twitter, and I'll get to those in a second. What do you think would make a good Jurassic World sequel title?
Will it still have to be called Jurassic World?
No, just get crazy with it.
Okay.
Jurassic Galaxy.
Jurassic Galaxy. Jurassic Space.
Yeah, Kirk, anything?
Maybe like the Jurassic era. Something happens.
Oh, okay.
So he had to go the most epic route.
Yeah.
Like,
see that it's still like the age of something, but that's like a good way of putting it. You change it, but then you keep it similar. All right, I'm gonna pull up some people's tweets because I got more responses than I expected to on this. Like I usually get a decent amount of responses from people, but this one was like people had things to say. Okay, pulling it up right now. The first one from @DevinAlexH, he sent me a screen cap from someone else who was responding to the Jurassic World news, and I'm gonna say Dino Titties is the proposed title from him, in a way, or Jurassic World Dino Titties.
Wow.
I didn't back out of it. I said it. And then @Tales to Astonish, The Lost Park Jurassic World, Jurassic Blart, Guardians of Jurassic Galaxy, or Jurassic World, The Mistakes Time Forgot. @Duck is God, Jurassic Penis. No.
I got The Land Before Jurassic Park.
Okay. I'm up for some Littlefoot adventures. Jurassic World, The Squeakquel. That's from @FilmFanWA. Oh, okay. @Tales to Astonish also said, so that's it, huh? We're in some kind of Jurassic World. Like, did you guys watch the Suicide Squad trailer?
Yeah. We're in some kind of Jurassic World.
Okay. Well, Will Smith has a moment in the trailer where he's like, so that's it, huh? We're some sort of Suicide Squad, and it's like, oh, I get it, that's the name of the movie, and it's a really cheesy moment. I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
But if people start like this thread on Reddit, like they want Will Smith to be in every movie saying that now. It's like, so that's it, huh? It's like some sort of Independence Day. So Gene, Nick, and I, when we came up with the segment that's gonna premiere later on the show, we kept joking about that nonstop. Like Gene had the best one. He was like, so that's it, huh? Just some sort of like Birdman or the unexpected virtue of ignorance. So
that's awesome.
Oh, there's the F-bomb. Shoot, trying to cut back on the cursing. It was funny. So yeah, whenever you see a movie now, just imagine Will Smith in the trailer like, so that's it, huh? We're just some sort of the Revenant.
It's kind of nice though when they're not breaking the fourth wall, they're just kind of looking through the fourth window.
Yeah. They're refurbishing that fourth everything, or a fourth sliding door. Yeah, it's almost like they're breaking the wall.
Yeah, but technically not.
Yeah, I like the window thing. Yeah. Jurassic 64 from @Keltar93. Jurassic World.
Jurassic World.
Oh, okay. To Jurassic 2 World. Okay,
that's cool. Okay.
See, nobody ever listens to me, but I really thought Pitch Perfect 2 should have been Two Pitch Too Perfect.
I agree.
It would have worked.
It would have. It actually would have.
Yeah, I mean, they had the tagline, "The pitches are back." So I mean, they're willing to go there.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're gonna get punny with it, go all the way.
Yeah.
@Emperor OTN is less kind about it and says cinematic cancer. That is in the title. Like Jesus, I like the movie. I think it's really dumb, but yeah, I think I can see how people feel the way they do. Some people do not like this movie at all. Jurassic World 2, give us some more money. Jurassic 2, I can't say that because I'm trying to cut back on the cursing, so never mind. I think I'm doing okay with the cursing. Oh, okay. @JG_T Gene. I'm sorry, Jack. I forgot how to pronounce it. Remember the 90s? Like that's just the title. Like he just wants that
basically
because it's like so nostalgic, you know.
Yeah, they're doing that lately now with the movies that are coming out within the next few years.
Yeah, like usually I'm not the type of dude who's like, oh, there's just like who's all cynical about like, oh, they're just making old crap and recycling it. Now I'm really getting there. Yeah. I'm like, okay, but if you don't make anything new, then nothing's ever going to be new. We're going to be stuck in this like perpetual cycle of filters.
It seems like Hollywood's just going that route with both comic book movies and they're just it's either a comic book movie or it's a remake.
Yeah,
seems like
there's the smaller little indie movies are still like getting really creative and stuff.
Yeah, that's why I really enjoy indie movies a little bit more.
Yeah, that was kind of my problem with the new Star Treks. It's like it's not the same movie,
but it's not new.
He put a spin on it, but it's not creative enough. Like it was still good.
Like
I liked it. But
like the only reason the new Star Trek movies that do so well, it's because they play an homage to the original.
Yeah, like
it's just like there's constant jokes and stuff, and then like
I'm not crazy about Into Darkness, but that was the problem. Like it was like, oh, by the end of the first one, the reboot, which I thought was just friggin' great. I think it's one of the best ones. Yeah, actually, even though it's only kind of a Star Trek movie, it's more of an action space adventure movie. The second one, they're like, all right, we're gonna go boldly before where no one's gone before, and then they kind of don't. It's just like a retread of Wrath of Khan and Space Seed.
Yeah,
like
and it's funny because like it's technically the crew's not the crew yet. Like Kirk is still trying to be like how he is in the beginning of in the first movie. Spock is still not like Spock, like on the show. And then like I think at the end of this movie they all become who they really are now.
I hope so, because I mean I don't want it to be like the Bryan Singer X-Men thing where he just said about Age of Apocalypse, like, no, this is the origin of this is the beginning of the X-Men. I was like, oh, okay, so 6 movies into the franchise. Now we're getting somewhere.
Now we're getting our X-Men team that we wanted.
And what they did when they restarted the Star Trek franchise, they, this isn't really a spoiler. It's like an alternate. It's like an alternate timeline. Yeah. So it's still continuing, but then, I mean. To me, it's kind of like what Insomniac, the developers of Ratchet and Clank, they're calling the new Ratchet and Clank. It's a reimagining. So it's you're kind of telling the same story, but you're not.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm not against that for the Ratchet and Clank thing, but Star Trek can do better. They have so much source. They don't have to rehash it.
Oh, yeah. For the new one, it's like brand new material. Finally, they're actually boldly going now.
Good.
It's written by also Simon Pegg.
Yes.
So I'm like, and Idris Elba's the bad guy. Like, I'm so excited.
Did you hear that he actually turned down for writing the script many times?
Simon Pegg?
Yeah, he didn't want to do it at first because he was afraid.
Yeah,
which is understandable.
You know why geeks are mean? I was gonna. Dang, it's really hard.
It really
is. But yeah, he was. Nerds are jerks, man. We're buttheads. We're mean.
We're very cutthroat.
Remember what happened when people found out the Mandarin in Iron Man 3 wasn't the real Mandarin from the comics?
Oh my
Jesus, you guys are like. Many bad things.
Remember when Ben Affleck got announced as Batman?
Yeah, and I was like, "Hey, this is a great." I log online. I was like, "Oh, can't we talk to everyone about it?" Everyone's like,
"F this!" Nucleared that.
Yeah, that was like the
Twitter world,
freaking atom bomb.
Yeah, that's why I hardly go on Twitter half the time. It's just
I think Facebook's worse. Facebook,
yeah, like. Not when posting, but when it comes to commenting, like when I look through all the comments,
it sucks, man.
I know, and it's funny because when Daredevil came out, everyone for some reason felt obligated to compare it to Arrow, and I was like, really?
I did, but not like as like a measurement of quality. It was just like this kind of similar to Arrow and such, and I just do like I don't use that to be like, oh well, this is better than this because this is. Yeah. I just like, which one do I prefer? Like if someone says like they like Arrow more, at least season 2, I'd be like, yeah, season 2 of Arrow is friggin' great.
Yeah.
How dare you? Arrow is so much better than Daredevil.
Not season 3. God no.
And
no spoilers for Kirk because he's so close. But welcome, Nick Valero. A little late, but that's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Or Guy Fieri. I forgot.
Guy Fieri. I know. I painted my hair blonde, and that's like the weirdest thing.
Why did you do that?
Yeah, explain that.
I'm actually wondering.
Why? You can look it up on YouTube, bro. I did a whole YouTube video.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I'm gonna look it up right now. Add it to my watch later.
Yeah, man. I'm actually being quite serious on that. If you go to the Hyperkin, you go to the Hyperkin Games, YouTube account, it's right there. It says Nick Goes Blonde.
Play a clip later, like play a clip later on the show. Oh, by the way, before you get back into the show, who runs the Hyperkin Twitter right now?
His name is Terrence,
right? Okay, yeah. We had a discussion about Happy Madison Productions.
Dude, that was like he told me about that today. That was one of the greatest things he had told me all day. Where he was just like, "Yeah, that's not a Happy Madison movie."
Pixels?
No, not Pixels. What was it? Funny People.
Funny People's a Happy Madison.
Is it really?
Yeah, it is.
Well,
yeah.
I like the way you told it to me. I was like, "That's fucking hysterical."
Damn it. We're trying to cut back on the cursing. It's 2 F-bombs. Okay, everyone curse as much as they want now. You only get one. Girls supposed to get one.
Okay, everyone gets one chance to curse.
No. One per episode for everyone. You fucked it up, so it's free roam. Okay.
No one told me this. That was not part of my memo.
I didn't put it in the memo?
She didn't put it in the memo.
Fuck it. Oh, well, whatever. Okay, we're running down a couple or a lot of Jurassic World sequel titles that I asked about on Twitter, and so we got The Lost Jurassic World, Jurassic World Age of Extinction. I actually kind of like that one, even though it's a crappy Transformers movie. Jurassic World, semicolon. We're just trying to break more records.
No, man. Jurassic World, Big Bad and the Ugly.
Cretaceous, that's pretty good. Cretaceous Park, The Forgotten Period. Jurassic World, A Whole New World, or something.
Does it start out with the Aladdin music?
I'd pay to see that. Also considered Jurassic World is not enough, but that must have gone old by now. There's like a lot. I'm not gonna.
God damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, there's more. Thank you everyone for participating in that. Even the people who were less kind about the sequel title. You were so funny. Thank you very much. Yeah. So that's pretty much all the news. I mean, I don't want to spend too much time on movie news. You guys can watch the Movie Hero Show where I talk about news on Monday nights with Andy and Mike and occasionally some guest peoples.
I think the only thing that was kind of cool was what was it? I think it was the part of the Spider-Man suit. That was about it.
That's not confirmed, but that is for Spideycast.
Yeah,
that you guys can also listen to. But yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a Spider-Man suit.
Dude, you know what I really want? Because if you notice that,
for reference, check out audienceseverywhere.net. It'll be on my news roundup.
Yeah, the one thing I did notice about the eyepiece that they showed is that it kind of has like an eyelid.
Oh, that's not an eyepiece. That's totally not an eyepiece.
I want that to be. I want them to be able to show like emotion with his eyes, like they're like kind of like how Deadpool does. because they were able to motion capture his eyebrows.
Yeah.
And everything like that. I think that would be so fucking cool inside of Witch Hunt Spider-Man if like you were actually able to.
No,
like,
that's totally like a belt light or something.
Because
in the comics, Spider-Man has a belt light that's exactly like that. Like, there's no way that's not.
Maybe
they're goggles or something.
I was really hoping that it was a pair of goggles that like it was gonna be like a lens type thing where like you can like squint and everything like that.
We had no intro for that news at all. That's like the most. I'm sorry.
That's what happens when I show up, guys. Boom.
No, boom. You're fired. You're fired. Get out of here.
Doing this shit for free.
All right. I guess now we'll just go on to Kirk, because you watch things and sometimes you watch them way later than everyone else, but that's okay because then we get to talk about it finally. And what do you have for us today, Kirk?
So let's go back to last year, because I saw some classics last year.
Okay,
you guys can pick one. I saw The Godfather for the first time.
Whoa! Okay.
Shit.
Saw that at the movie theater across the street. So I
because they were re-showing it over at the Village.
So I didn't watch it on like a tiny little LCD.
Oh,
you saw it like how it was meant to see, man.
Except I had to go to the bathroom, couldn't pause it.
That's what the big gulp was for.
Don't buy the big water bottle.
Dude, you had a big water bottle. You were fine.
I saw is it A Christmas Story? Yeah.
A Christmas Story? Yeah, I like A Christmas Story.
Wait, hold on. How did you not have a childhood? Like, everybody saw A Christmas Story.
No, not everyone's seen A Christmas Story.
There's some people that...
Isn't it older than we are?
It's way older than we are.
Way older, but still, I remember seeing it in middle school. Like, they showed that to us, like, during a rainy day.
Well, that too, and they show it, like, every Christmas day.
Yeah, like, I mean, I think people say stuff like that. Like, you have a childhood. I think we got to remember, not everyone has the same childhood. Like, Jesus Christ, guys.
No, I was watching like just every Disney thing ever. So so if we're talking about did you not have a childhood, people who tell me, oh yeah, I've only seen The Lion King. I'm like, you haven't seen all the other Disney movies? Like, those are the movies you have to see. But anyways,
yeah, no, that's awesome.
Movie 3, which was don't hate me for this, but my favorite out of the 3, The Big Lebowski.
I can't hate you. I can't hate you at all.
I mean, I liked it way more than The Godfather.
That's an amazing movie.
So
no, that's fine. It's a fine choice. It's just,
I'm not saying
it's a personal thing for me. I'm like, what? But no, it's Big Lebowski's actually amazing.
But, just a quick note: the art director inside of Big Lebowski, right when he got off of that movie, he went to go work on Superman Lives. He was the one that was doing the art direction inside Superman Lives.
I love that documentary.
So,
dude, that documentary is fucking amazing.
A disclaimer for people who don't know, though. When I like a movie, it's just because I really enjoy watching it. So I do appreciate cinematography, screenplay, all that stuff, but that's not how I rate my movies. So I'm sure Godfather has way better qualities. I just enjoyed watching The Big Lebowski.
I don't know if it does.
You know what? Honestly,
not completely.
You know what? But they're totally like different movies. Like they're like if you were to put them like right next to each other and go like, all right, compare them, like that's fucking impossible.
I'm not even
like,
gonna.
It's impossible.
That's not impossible. It's just very difficult.
Yeah, no,
they're just different genres.
Yeah,
that's it. You can compare stuff with different genres.
But the thing is that
rocket science.
No, but I think that The Godfather it's a great movie on its own. So is The Big Lebowski. That's the whole reason why it's in the movie Hall of Fame, isn't it? It just got added to.
Lebowski?
Yeah. Oh no, not the Hall of Fame. The National Library.
Oh really? yeah, like culturally important.
Yeah, like it's like a culturally important like art like piece of work. Like like as soon as I heard that they were gonna add that, I was like, yeah, that's gonna be good. That's awesome.
So what's it gonna be, guys?
Well, let's talk about Big Lebowski. That's your favorite, right?
It is your favorite.
Let's start off top.
So when it first started out, I was just kind of like, what is going on? Like I didn't think it was gonna be anything like it actually was, but it just kept going, and it was so perfectly ridiculous. I think that's what I loved about it. And Jeff Bridges is, some people really don't like him. They don't get him, but I love Jeff Bridges.
Dude, Jeff Bridges.
I love anything Jeff Bridges does.
That's like your opinion, man.
Some people haven't seen True Grit. Like
True Grit is one of the
it?
movies that is so far better than the original. Like, it's hilarious to me that people actually think the original is better.
I'm not gonna lie, I really do like him in Tron Legacy and
the original.
He's the Jedi who had a baby with the dude from
I know, right?
in Tron Legacy.
It's like, it's so amazing. Like, oh my gosh, I love that.
He is Flynn.
We'll talk about Tron.
Yeah, he is Flynn.
Tron, Kirk and I are big Tron fans.
Yeah,
I'm a huge Tron.
That'll take too much time. So
we should have an entire show dedicated to that. Because
you know what? I have to ask. What did you think of the Viking scene?
Huh?
The scene where he's tripping out on acid and like he's seeing everything, and he sees it like in Viking costume and everything like that.
Vaguely remember.
And like you see like all these mirrors and like people and everything like that. It's like really psychedelic. Okay, you go watch the movie again.
It's actually still in the Netflix My List. I hate that they changed Instant Queue. That made more sense. But anyways, yeah, I'm gonna watch it again. But let's just say I probably liked it because when they do trip out scenes on drugs and they're not good, I absolutely hate them. So,
actually, I noticed that some trip out scenes, if they're done very poorly, they can actually like give you a headache.
So
they really do give you a headache.
Hint at what's coming later. Trip out scene or not in Mr. Robot. But
okay.
Yeah. So
we talked about that before the show.
Yeah. So or what might be coming later. But yeah,
what
I loved about The Big Lebowski is it created its own inside jokes like immediately, and they ran throughout the whole thing. It was a very consistent movie, from the Nihilist to his what is it, the White Russian? That's not actually a real White Russian, guys. Yeah,
you liar.
It's not real.
I've been doing it wrong all these years.
So it's normally I think it's just rum and cream. There's no half and half, but I mean,
no, he kept using half and half because that was just like a thing he kept on.
Yeah,
he just kept on saying half and half and rum.
Yeah, and the rug, guys.
The rug.
All I wanted was a new rug, man. All I wanted.
It tied the room together. I mean, how could he not want a new?
It essentially ties the movie together.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love the scene.
Inside joke. No, from the movie. It's so great. It's so great.
I love the scene when they go confront the kid, and they're like, "All right, so I need you to give us back the briefcase." And then like he goes outside and he starts beating up the car. He just starts smashing up the car, and the dude from next door is like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I just bought this car," and he just starts destroying the heck out of Jeff Bridges' car. It's amazing. I love that scene. It's what happens when you fuck someone in the ass.
Definitely not iTunes sensitive.
We'll get there, guys.
We'll get there eventually. All right, what do you think of The Godfather?
Okay, so The Godfather. I think, to me, because I saw it so late in my life, I was like 21 at that point. Mm-hmm. It was just so hyped for me. Like, obviously, because it's regarded as one of the best movies of all time. So people just put it on this insane pedestal, and for me it was like, well, it was a good movie, and I still haven't watched the second one, but I really want to, so it was like, it wasn't a cliffhanger, it was just like, I want to see what happens next. So it was really great. I think it was really long for me.
Super long.
It totally could have been 2 movies. I forgot where it was, but there's a point where they could split that movie.
Well, actually, which I remember when it was on VHS, it was 2 VHS.
Yeah,
it's 2 VHS tapes.
And
because they had the intermissions back then.
Yeah,
it's just because the way I am about movies is, if it's long, I'll watch it, but only if it's filled with action. But the reason for that is, when it's filled with action, you're just watching it happen. You're not really thinking too hard. So the Avengers, Age of Ultron could have gone even longer because, it had a lot of substance, but there was a lot of action scenes where you kind of take a break from like, oh my God, what's going on?
Yeah.
It's really cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, I've actually met a lot of people that don't like the Godfather.
Who are they? Who are their families? Who are they? Do they have horses?
No, but the thing is that gangster movies and stuff like that just isn't their bag of tea. Like, they just aren't interested.
Cup of tea.
Huh?
Nothing.
Cup of tea. Bag of tea is a different variable.
I'm trying to make my own things.
You're bad at that.
Anyway, it's well, okay. So yeah, it's just but gangster movies just aren't their thing. So like, when they went to go see it, they were kind of like, yeah, it was all right. It wasn't that good.
Yeah, because those same type of people don't like Goodfellas as well too.
Yeah,
or like Casino.
Yeah,
or anything like that.
You mean me?
I've met those type.
No, I'm just kidding. I like it.
I was about to say, like, how do you not like Casino?
No, they're great movies. I'm not as crazy about them as everyone else.
I've seen a majority. I've seen a majority of Casino.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't like it when I was younger.
I'm not too into the mafia thing, or
that's fine.
It's just not really like that whole culture is just kind of. I think at this point, it just feels dorky to me. A little bit, because people make fun of it so much.
I grew up with
that's an interesting point.
Yeah, I remember which I know that my dad raised me on Scarface.
Yeah, so. Same thing with me. My dad raised me on
Parent Goals.
Okay, yeah. I absolutely do not like Scarface. I understand it. So dorky to me.
I don't like Scarface that much either.
It's so cheesy, not dorky.
Okay, I was about to go dorky,
it's cheesy.
It's easy to make fun of it.
I was about to say Al Pacino doesn't run out in a Spider-Man costume.
So it's kind of like that's what's been holding me back from Game of Thrones. It's like when I hear people talk about it, I'm like, are you really saying these words right now and these names? But like, just the whole, and it sounds cheesy, but I'm totally gonna watch it. I got my free trial to HBO Now.
Nice. Get ready to lose your life.
Well, it's not on Chromecast yet. Yeah. So it's like, what's the point? I'm not gonna watch it on my phone. But
you can just stream it.
I gotta stream the entire screen or from my laptop. The Chromecast won't cast.
It was casting on mine the other day.
Okay, that's talk about that.
That's a technical thing.
Okay, and then your third movie.
That sounds like a you problem.
A Christmas Story.
Yes, what do you think about that?
I saw that around Christmas, so
really?
That was great. I saw it in the theater again.
Excellent.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
I just did. It was good. It was funny. The jokes weren't like they were good jokes. It wasn't like timely, you know. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. There just isn't too much to say about it. And You'll Shoot Your Eye Out. It wasn't like old to me. I've heard it 100 times and it was still funny hearing it. So.
What was it? If you like that one, I really like the Muppets Christmas Story.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say the sequel. I was like, don't you dare!
No.
Why is there a sequel?
We don't know.
I don't know. But the Muppets Christmas Story is actually really funny.
Now, I was gonna say, I think what makes the Christmas Story so like universally liked is because all the jokes in it are so relatable, and even at the time it's set back, we all been through there.
Yeah,
we wanted that one Christmas present.
I think just in general the story is very timeless.
Yes,
it doesn't matter what era you really see that in or anything like that. It like the same problem, same like concern, same everything else.
Dealt with it. You know?
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same as everybody else. Like it's just a human story. You know, it's just humanity, and I love that.
Yeah. Really quick before we move on to the next thing, we're going around about Matt Fraxton and David Aja's Hawkguy run, which is just it's one of the great comic runs ever.
All right, I'm gonna get Boba while you're doing that because
go for it. I'm not gonna spoil stuff because I really want people to read this forever. Yeah. On The Godfather, when you watch The Godfather 2, I'm interested to see how you'll like it, because some people will say the first was better. I think the second movie is one of the only sequels that's one of the best movie ever made, and one of the only sequels, like 24 sequels have topped their original, and that's one of them. Like, yeah, it's so good.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
Oh, and it's the only movie that has a genuinely amazing prequel story.
Oh, speaking of which, so last night I stayed up until like 3 o'clock in the morning watching Rocky 1 and 2.
I know you're not doing anything this weekend. You had so much time. Why did you do that last night?
Because I was doing it with Edgar and Kendra.
Okay. That's fine. That makes sense.
No, but also she had never seen any of the Rocky movies.
Oh wait, did they cry? Because I'm an ugly crier at the end of Rocky. Like, if you ever want to see me cry, like heaving and like heavy breathing, like watch the end of Rocky with me. It destroys me.
Because she wanted to see like the trailer to Creed.
Oh, so good.
And like apparently she watched the trailer for Creed and she was like, I don't get it. Like, why? Well, and then we went like, hey, how do you not understand this? Like, this is amazing. She goes, I've never seen a Rocky movie before. So we showed her 1 and 2, and then I re-showed her the thing, and I re-showed it to her, and she was, oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah.
The trailer is amazing, and I'm like, yes.
The first half is a really good trailer, and then the second half is an even better trailer with a really great Rocky trailer.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Kirk, have you seen the Rocky stuff or no?
I think I have.
If not,
it's one of those.
I don't remember them too much.
If not, all like 5 of them are on Netflix.
Yeah,
1 through 5 on Netflix. Yeah, 1 through 5 are all on Netflix. That's how we watched it.
So you end on the worst one, like by far, but I just recommend go out and buy them.
I say you stop at 4.
No, because 6 is amazing. 6 is like this. Like, I say so great.
I say you stop it. I say you stop at 4. You just hear about 5, and then you watch 6.
Actually, yeah, you don't really need 5 in your life at all.
You can brush Rocky 5 because
all you really need.
Okay, no. Here's how you do it, because even though
the
middle sequels,
know is his money's gone. That's all you need to know.
Even then, the middle sequels, while they're variations of good movies and weird movies, the only legitimately great Rocky movies are 1 and 6. Like, there's arguments for 2 and 3, I guess. 4 is a cartoon. He's a superhero in that one.
4
it's a cartoon.
Yeah, but it's also very like
it's
Cold
so
War.
80s.
It's super Cold War. Yeah.
Here's why I'll watch all of them, because the existence of every single one is acknowledged. Like, The Godfather is not a trilogy, right? Star Wars
I will
is
defend,
only
I will
a trilogy.
defend that. I will defend The Godfather Part 3 because it has several amazing moments. But go ahead.
But what I'm saying is, to the general public, there is no Godfather 3. It was never made. What's a crystal skull?
Like that kind of thing.
What is that?
So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
What are the Star Wars
we really got to work on the iTunes censorship, guys.
But you guys have.
That's what bleeps are for.
You guys have said Rocky
I'm not going to bleep out
like
everything
6 times already, so I'll watch them all. And also because my uncle lives across the street from 2 movie theaters, and he has only gone into that movie theater to watch Rocky.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Dang,
that's amazing.
that's a fan.
Well,
that is a huge fan.
No, I thought it was really funny though, because after we finished Rocky 1, Kendra was like, "Oh my god, that was amazing. I need to watch the second."
It's all downhill from there into the last one, but yeah.
No, but she was like, "I need to watch the second one," and the second one literally starts right after the first one, like 45 minutes later.
Yeah,
and everything like that. And she was like, "I love that.
Yeah,
let's continue." And then like he gets to the whole thing, and she was like, "Oh my god, these were great movies." I'm like,
yes, well, most of them.
Now you need to finish before we watch Creed.
Yeah, he's got to like November.
Yeah,
right. That's when it comes out, right? November.
I think so. It comes out after the summer. Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, that's enough Rocky talk.
It's Creed.
Renee, you have not read Hawkeye either, right?
No, well, I read the first
Hawkguy. Excuse me.
First trade. I never finished it.
That's right. Okay, we just talked about that before the show too.
I've read volume 1 of Hawkguy.
Hawkguy, yeah, no, Hawkeye. Because I mean, the comic came out around the perfect time. Because after the first Avengers, some people like Hawkeye from the comics, or some people thought Jeremy Renner was kick-ass in the movie. But most people were like, "Why does Hawkeye matter?" And then the comic came out like 2 or 3 months after the movie came out. And kind of answers that question, like, who cares about Hawkeye? Even he doesn't care about himself. Dude, like he's a loser, man.
Dude, I love when comic books are able to do that. Like Snyder's run on Aquaman recently.
Oh,
like that was for the New 52. That was an amazing run.
Snyder,
no, not Jeff Johns.
Jeff Johns, my bad.
Yeah,
when he first wrote for.
That was a pretty good run. Yeah,
that was good. That was a really good run, and he did an amazing job of like kind of making Aquaman cool.
Yeah, he really made Aquaman.
Because everybody always jokes about Aquaman, and that's
Aquaman's got his stuff, and Hawkeye in his own way is really cool because he is the most human Avenger. You know, like Black Widow in the comics is more powerful than she is in the movie. I think she's got like some.
I thought she had some super soldier serum in her.
Well, the point is Hawkeye is legitimately only like human on the team who's just a really good marksman. And you see like Age of Ultron capitalized on this really well. It's like it's not his skill set. Well, that's really helpful. It's his heart. Yeah. He's deep down a good guy. He's just writer Matt Fraction put it in the best terms. He's like a walking tire fire. Like he will just ruin everything he touches, and he just cannot stop fucking up.
I actually really love that scene inside of Age of Ultron where he's just like, we're fighting robots, and I have arrows. This doesn't make any sense.
You left out like the best parts. You got to stop quoting stuff, man. You're ruining it. You're a walking tire fire. You're Hawkeye. Hawkguy.
Yeah. So not to ruin anything, I won't. But people who have seen Age of Ultron will know. He humanizes the rest of the Avengers.
Yeah,
he brings them down to earth.
Yeah, and he keeps the team together.
Which is actually really hard because one of them's a god.
Yeah,
demigod.
Demigod.
I sort of it's a mix.
You know what?
I don't even know what demigod means.
I don't think anybody does. They just say it because it's less than God.
You know what? Why don't you tell Thor that? Tell Thor that he's a demigod.
Let's see what happens. There's only one God, ma'am, and he doesn't dress like that.
I like that.
But the comic it brings a lot of that to attention, and like whenever he has trouble, like there's these recurring villains throughout the series that are these trashy European tracksuit wearing thugs, and they always say bro. They say bro a lot. Hey bro. With you that Hawkguy, bro. Like you think it'd get annoying, but the way it's written, it's like really funny.
It's the Russian bro.
Yeah,
like bro.
Okay, bro.
Yeah, and
yeah, it's almost like that.
They'll give him a hard time, and then they eventually become like the main villains in the series, along with like some other familiar faces if you're familiar with the Marvel Universe stuff. And he could take on a couple of them, and then he'll get like beat up by 30 of them, and then like his little thought bubbles will be like, "Oh man, I wish I didn't have to deal with this crap. I bet Thor doesn't have to deal with this crap. You know, he's got like a hammer. I wish I had a hammer. I smashed like his face with it. Like he just has like these normal thoughts, like God, if it'd be so much easier if I had like a suit of armor or something." And it's just so well written. Again, Matt Fraction wrote the series, but I kind of screwed up in this earlier when I was talking about it on Twitter. I got to give credit to the artist David Aja. Aja. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. Annie Wu, who introduced a very fun subplot that sends the second Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, to LA for a mini series excursion type thing.
Yeah.
LA Woman is so much fun. It's basically like a Chinatown, but with a young Hawkeye. She's practically an Avenger. So
cool. Mm-hmm.
And then Chip Zdarsky, I believe, is involved a little bit because he's close friends with Matt Fraction, and they're working on Sex Criminals together. And Sex Criminals is amazing. Everyone reads Sex Criminals. But no, Hawkeye is a wonderful little comic series that everyone should read. It's probably my favorite modern comic run. Like right now, I don't see anything topping it relatively soon.
Because working at the comic book store, I mean, that was the most. I think after 3 or 4 months that comic came out, everyone was hopping on it,
right?
Like, yeah, it was the most thing that everyone wanted on their pull list. It was at least one of the essentials. Was like Batman, Hawkeye, Spider-Man, and then if no one had that, then you're not a true comic book reader.
Yeah, like Hawkeye.
Yeah, Hawkeye
was selling out. Yeah. Just think of that. That's how good this series is. That's what this series did for Clint Barton and Kate Bishop. Mm-hmm. And I love Kate Bishop so much.
Yeah,
I love her
Matt
so much.
Fraction writes her so well in here, and when him and Hawkeye, I mean, when her and Hawkeye interact with, it's just
they're
amazing.
both Hawkeyes.
Yeah,
they're both Hawkeyes.
Yeah.
But when they interact, it's so fun. Like she'll just go over like after fighting someone, and then she'll drink his coffee. Be like, hey, we're out of coffee. He'll be like, we? This is my house. What are you doing? They have such a great rapport. But again, the heart of the comic is why you should read it. It does a really good job of implementing real life semi tragedies and handicaps. Like Hawkeye was deaf in the comics, like I think in the 90s or something, and they bring it back when he's fighting a dude. I don't think he's even named the Clown. Well, he's if not the central villain, he's one of the main villains in the series.
What happens? He gets hit really hard in the head and he goes deaf again.
I won't spoil it, but it's not like that. Sort of. He loses like 80% of his hearing or something like that. Okay. And so an entire comic is pretty much devoted to just what it'd be like if you were deaf. If he was deaf. So you're seeing it from his perspective, and people are talking, but the talk bubbles are empty. And it's a comic written entirely through the drawn body language. And so when that came out, people were kind of weirded out. Like, it got really good reviews. People were like, that was a little hard to read. And then the artist tweeted out like, oh, is that a little difficult? Then now you know what it's like to be deaf. Like, I just thought that was such a great way to start touching on that stuff.
There were so many issues of that in that series where they devoted certain things, like what is it? They devoted to the dog.
Oh my God, that's the one that won them an Eisner.
Yeah,
that was a great. That's probably the best one.
Dog.
I think.
Yeah, that comic sold out within an hour. Working at the comic book store, I was like, and like everyone was kept saying like, "Do you guys have the comic with the pizza dog in it?"
I love Hawkeye? Pizza Dog.
Yeah, I was like, no, we're out. Damn it! Like,
it's a great series. I don't really use my rating scale of 7 out of 7, but this is a easy 7, 10, A+, whatever you want. It's friggin' great. If you read comics, you're interested in comics, read Hawkeye.
It's really awesome. I read the first trade. It's amazing. I'm actually gonna try and finish it. The ending
is perfectly open-ended for what Hawkeye needs to be. It's so great.
That's even better.
It makes me happy just thinking about it. Okay, but that's enough ramblies.
So Endgame though.
Oh yeah, I mean Scott Snyder's Batman's really great. It's just not Matt Fraction, David Aja's Hawkeye.
Just had a stroke on air.
It's all that coffee, man.
No, what was it? I think the only comic book that has actually done that for me lately is Batman's Endgame.
Oh, the final issue? Yeah.
Well, I think even like the road to it. Like
Scott Snyder's Batman run is, if not the best thing, at least second best thing.
It's legendary.
For me, it's the best Batman run. Like, as Batman stories go,
I like it more than what's the really popular ones. The Dark Knight Returns and
Dark Knight Returns, Hush, and
Killing Joke. I like it more than Killing Joke and Dark Knight Returns.
I think so. Yeah, as like more modern.
Yeah.
Like,
but
I mean, they don't have to deal with the whole like kind of uncomfortable sexism that was tossed around so loosely back then.
I really wouldn't like compare them to those two because this
I just did.
Well, no, just the fact that they're like they're graphic novels, so they're like alone stories. Whereas this one was like
no, I don't mean that. I just mean universe. Like I could read it without feeling guilty about like the the offhand sexism that was more casually thrown. We're more aware now, you know. So
I'm indifferent about that.
Yeah, so it's like it's good for the time. Now we could look back and be like, okay, give it a pass for that.
Yeah,
move on. And now these are, I think these are better stories just in general.
But yeah, Endgame. If you haven't read the ending of Endgame and everything like that, and awesome, just amazing.
Yeah,
it's a great ending.
Really good.
Okay,
I think that's like if they don't ever bring back Bruce Wayne, I'd be totally okay with it after that ending.
Oh yeah.
Like if Bruce Wayne was, like,
I think they have to. He's Bruce Wayne.
No, they've already said like they're gonna bring back Bruce Wayne. Yeah. That's fine. But like, if
what about Chappie Batman?
Chappie Batman.
Batman looks like Chappie now with his new robot suit.
No, dude,
I am darkness. I am the night. I am Batman.
He kind of does.
No, dude, no, man, I want Bat Cow back.
Oh, I love Bat Cow.
I want Bat Cow.
Okay. Well, we got to move on because I got one new little segment that Nick, Gene, and I came up with while we were inebriated,
and they helped.
Oh, shut up! It was all of us. No, that was honestly the best collaborative effort we've ever had.
That was actually one of the funniest ones that we actually had.
Okay. So we have two possible names for it. I don't think we ever decided which one we're going with.
I think we're just going to go with whatever sticks.
Okay. It's either called Studio Notes or Mad Scripts. And if it's Mad Scripts, because like Mad Libs.
Yeah, I got that right away.
Yeah. So okay. Just making sure. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that.
Yeah.
So what we do is basically just one of us pitches a movie, and because I'm selfish and to show everyone, it'll be me for the first time, and then next time it'll be Nick or Gene.
Yeah.
And then from then on, Renee and guests.
So essentially, the entire point is that we all are kind of sitting around like a boardroom and everything, and Diego is then given studio notes. So he is given, this is the place that you're in, these are the characters that you're dealing with, and in the third act, you need to deal with this. So kind of like giving you like, you need to get to this place.
Okay.
How do you do it? I don't really care how you get there. Just get here. And then there's going to be like something like really weird that's just going to happen. Like you need to introduce this in the third act. Like there's like all of a sudden third act giant spider. Why would there be a giant spider? I don't know. It's a comedy. Do it.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of cool.
And then and essentially he has to pitch the movie to us, and then we can ask questions as well, and then he has to fix it to our questions of like, okay, so like if he's going and everything like that, hey man, what about that giant spider? The giant spider is actually the girl. And then like he has to like add it in there and just kind of like fix it to what exactly we want.
Oh, okay. I actually like that. That'd be really fun.
This week,
that was actually
is not as in depth as that, only because it was kind of a last minute little assembly thing. I wasn't sure if you or Gene were gonna be able to make it. I didn't want to do it without you guys. So but next week I came up with the idea of pitching a Jurassic World sequel.
Oh, I want that one.
Yeah,
I totally want that one.
No, I mean you're next. So
yes.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I wish you kind of wouldn't told me. I wanted like only like 15 minutes.
Right. I didn't say what you need. I didn't say what you need.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, because the whole point is that you only have like very beginning of the podcast, we would give you the studio notes.
Okay.
So you have from when the podcast starts to when we start the segment to figure out your route to getting there. So you have to be interacting in the podcast, but also kind of putting this together in your head. So you've only had maybe 20 minutes to like really think of like how exactly you're going to do this just so that way it's off the cuff.
Okay.
Well, I'm still going to do mine off the cuff ish. Because I really enjoyed Ant-Man. We all enjoyed Ant-Man, right?
He wrote an entire script, guys.
I wrote a 157-page spec script for Ant-Man 2, Electric Boogaloo.
It's all dialogue.
And it's all dialogue. There's no shrinking scenes. He can't wear the suit. He can't fly. There has to be a giant spider. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not John Peters.
John. Wait, did you say Sean Peters? Or
John.
Okay, he said Sean. I was like,
that's not him. That's his son. That's his producer son. And there's only one way you can do an Ant-Man sequel, all right? You have to put more Avengers in it. And you got to put more villains in it.
Okay.
It's the only way.
Okay,
so imagine this. You open up with a flashback.
Wait, what are your notes? That's the thing, though, that we always have to have it. Like
it was off the cuff. I didn't even know. You and Gene were not available to go over the notes.
Okay, fine.
Give me notes right now. Give me notes right now.
You have a
okay.
Your notes would be it's an Ant-Man sequel. At some point in the movie, it needs to take place in Antarctica. You need to get to Antarctica somehow. I don't care how. And near the third act of the movie, you have to fight Thor.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. Here, bring up another topic. No, okay, bring up another topic really quick, just so I can work that in.
Okay.
What do you guys want to talk about real quick?
All right.
Spits anything out.
Aaron. Oh my God.
Aaron, there's no Aaron here.
I know I was at work. I'm sorry. That's why. Renee, for you're supposed to be thinking. Stop. You can't judge. Anyway, how did you like the Flash stuff? And everything like that, like all the new suits and everything like that.
Yeah, for the new season of Flash.
Yeah, especially with the white symbol.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so happy about it.
I really do want to see what happens with all that and everything like that. Oh man, I'm so excited about the season.
I mean, I hope in episode 1, season 2, they explain like how Barry stops the portal. You know, I hope it doesn't just start out like, like he's our.
By the way, like Kirk, there was a portal.
Yeah, I'm gonna start the Flash in like a week. So.
Yeah. By the way, there's a portal. I'm not gonna tell you how there's a portal.
Don't completely kill it for me.
No, I'm not.
You can notice, beat it up a little bit.
No, hold on. If you notice, I just said, "Did you see the new suits?"
Yeah.
Because that doesn't spoil anything. Oh well, he gets a new suit at the beginning of season 2. Yeah. Oh well,
it happens anyway.
Yeah, he gets a new suit. Like, actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, Arrow got a new suit every season.
He did.
Thank God.
He gets a new suit.
Because his new suit's actually cool now.
So now
I actually love his.
Oh yeah, his new suit's more like Green Arrow.
Yeah, and it looks like cool.
Yeah.
Not only that, but also it looks like a lot more tactical. It looks like
that's what I like.
Even though his arms are totally exposed, like he's gonna get some cuts this year.
You guys want to ruin Diego's Ant-Man sequel? We could do what they do in every video game that just continues. At some point, somehow you lose all your weapons and all your armor, some stupid plot device. So if you want to throw that in there, go for it, but you don't have to.
You know what? I'm going to add it in. At some point, you lose your armor. You lose your suit.
And I'm not in the movie.
Okay, fine. At some point, Ant-Man has to lose the suit.
And Ant-Man.
Oh, clever.
No, I'm just kidding. Hank Pym already said he can't go in the suit.
He can't go in the suit. He'll die.
And also, it has to be in a completely stupid way that, like, they did it because they had to.
What? The losing of the suit?
Yeah. So, like,
okay.
Yeah. We get it.
It doesn't matter. He just has to lose the suit. Yeah. It's all that matters. Okay. It doesn't matter if it's stupid. It doesn't matter if it's cool. It doesn't matter. Okay. He just has to lose the suit. Yeah. If it catches on fire because he was baking cookies, I don't care.
No. He has to go on the quest to get the suit back. So.
Okay, that'd be actually kind of. You know what? But if you have that, then it just becomes Iron Man 3.
No, there's just so much else I could do.
Well, no, but that's true. But like they've already kind of done that with Iron Man 3, and they've already kind of like Ant-Man was kind of Iron Man 1.
Sort of, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you're just kind of like taking stuff from Iron Man and just kind of going like, let's change the suit around. He's a thief instead of a billionaire, and we're good.
Okay, well, I will not have any spoilers for you, Kirk, because you haven't not seen Ant-Man yet.
And it's also been like a week, so that would be unfair.
Yeah, no, it's fine. All right, so, all right, you guys ready? You ready to have your minds friggin' blown?
Yes.
That was quick.
Okay. Well, I mean, I just had to work in the Thor thing at the end.
All right, so how long do we have? That's the biggest question. Renee, how long do we have?
You guys have about like 15 more minutes.
All right, you got 10 minutes to do this.
Okay, all right. So you open up No. Hear me out. No. That's perfect. Okay. All right, you ready?
We still have to have 5 minutes to close out, man. Come on.
Hey, don't forget Mr. Robot unless we're delaying that.
Ah, shit. Okay, yeah, you're right.
You know what? We can delay it, and I could be like more professional about it next time.
Right.
Okay, talk about Mr. Robot then. All right. We open up the flashback. 2010, Budapest. All right. No. Budapest.
Okay, we got it. Okay.
You guys catch on. Okay. So you open up Budapest, and there are a bunch of agents going down left and right. There's a guy with like an arrow stuck in his shoulder. There's another dude getting flipped out of a window. And these guys are speaking in Turkey. Where's the country? Is Budapest?
I don't know what Budapest is.
It's the capital of Hungary.
They're speaking Hungarian, and they're just freaking out. Like guys are dropping left and right.
Okay.
I don't know geography. They're in Budapest, wherever the hell that is. Wherever Budapest is.
All right, so the guys are going down left and right? And then you get a couple guys like jamming this door, like they're just trying to stop whatever's trying to come in.
I thought about what you were saying earlier. Now I understand Budapest.
Yeah, and then but there's like a slight crack in the window, and then a little arrow flies through, an explosive arrow. The room just lights up. The guys are thrown out the door, and Black Widow casually walks in, picks up some files, and she's like, "We're done here." And then that's your opening to the movie, and you're gonna find out what those files are, obviously.
Okay.
And so we cut to modern day Scott Lang with his family sitting around Thanksgiving dinner. It's nice. He's back home. He's allowed his little happy time now, right?
Okay.
He's a part-time superhero, part-time dude trying to get a regular job just so he can, have a regular supportive lifestyle for his family because
have the events of Civil War already taken place.
You tell me. I'll toss it in the last minute. Go, because I don't know what happened in Civil War, so just make it up. Let's say no. Let's say no.
I'm gonna go with no. This is This is in between Civil War and and everything else.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So that way, just make it easier on you.
Thank God. Okay.
Because I thought about that. I was like, oh, that can lead into so many other things.
Yeah. And
new studio note. It has to it's
how many?
Really quick. What was it? It has to end with the beginning of Civil War as well. That technically helps you out with Thor.
Does it? Because he ain't in the movie.
You don't know that.
I do. He's not.
You don't know that.
100%.
Yeah, he's not in the movie.
Shut up. You don't know that.
Okay. Fine. I'll work it in like that. Ant-Man gets a call from his buddy, the Falcon. And he's like, hey, we need your help with something. And at first you think it's Civil War because like that's the big thing happening next. No. When S.H.I.E.L.D. went down, a bunch of those missing files were found to be with Hydra. And Black Widow is no longer with S.H.I.E.L.D. and neither is Hawkeye. But they're like, oh, crap, there was that important Budapest thing that we forgot to do. Or we forgot to file with the Avengers. And now Hydra has it. And so Falcon recruits Scott Lang to go steal these files from a secret Hydra base out in Antarctica.
This movie takes place because of a clerical error?
Yes.
I love it.
That sounds kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah. And Hawkeye is like, I gotta leave my family because this is my responsibility. And there's that whole great power thing that you hear so much about. So he's got to go recruit Black Widow again, so he can take off some time from the Avengers. And they're going to go team up with the Falcon and Scott Lang to fight down some Hydra agents. And when they're flying down to Antarctica, their plane gets hit, they're stranded. It's like, think of it as like John Carpenter's The Thing type of landscape.
Yeah.
And they realize like that this might be it. We're going to freeze to death. But hold on. Bolt of lightning strikes down from the sky. It's Thor. And he's pissed. He's furious because people are stealing Asgardian weaponry, which we see as ancient relics, so we don't know how to use them yet. And then they realize like, oh, it's just more Hydra stuff, great nonsensical stuff. And so he's able to kind of keep him warm with electricity, starts a fire from the plane. And then he kind of scopes out around the area and he's like, all right, I found the base. Now we can all go over there and kick butt, all the yada yada stuff.
Okay.
So when they go there, Hydra's all ready to go. It's pretty much like Strucker's base from Age of Ultron, but more fortified.
Okay.
All right. This is where Baron Zemo is.
Oh, okay.
All right?
Okay.
And he's just, he's a nice little casual businessman from Rush or whatever the hell. Inglourious Bastards, I think that dude was, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And they can't beat him back. Thor's great, but he can't. Their force field is too strong. They have too many troops. Like he can beat them up all day, but they still can't get inside. But there's a little holes like in the Death Star underneath the snow. Okay. And so
you should really cover that up with like a plank or something.
Yeah, just, at least some duct tape. Yeah. And Thor starts melting the snow around the base. And so Scott Lang can break in and open the shield from the inside. Okay. And when he does, he sees that they're working on some like mind control stuff. Some people, some Hulk-like monstrosities, so they can fight superheroes more easily and take over spots of the world and such. And think of it like as, again, like John Carpenter's a thing. Like these people are just like disgusting monstrosities, and there's like not too dark or anything. They're not gonna be like kill me. Oh, yeah. They're like volunteers, like the twins.
Is it kind of
and so when they finally get in there,
it's not like Alien Resurrection.
No, Jesus Christ, God, no. At least it's not what I imagined. Okay, so then they get into the base, and Baron Zemo was like, "Oh, okay, you guys got me. That's it." And then, wow! Thor gets blasted with one of the Asgardian rays from the ancient weaponry, and he's alive, but his eyes look dead. Like that's it. Like he's just frozen solid, and they get into a big fight with the Hydra agents, and then suddenly Thor comes alive. He smashes down a bolt of lightning. The building starts collapsing on everyone. Ant-Man's able to shrink both Black Widow and Hawkeye, and then they launch themselves out. But Thor's been mind controlled, and so they have to fight the God of Thunder and stop Baron Zemo from escaping before he can escape with whatever files are from Budapest. And you'll never find out what the files are.
Okay.
Because that's inconsequential to the plot. It's just driving the narrative forward. And so it's going to be like the Pulp Fiction thing, where it's like, oh, what's in the briefcase? Like, it doesn't matter.
When they just like when they open up the little folder with the papers, it just shines gold.
Yes.
Is that all it's gonna do?
That's exactly it.
I would do that.
And so through fighting Thor, they realized like, oh, we just got to blast them with that thing again. Or at the very least, blast some Hydra agents and get them work for us. And so they start blasting them, but then they realize they grabbed the wrong one. And so they start blasting Hydra agents and they just start turning into weird different monsters. And that's how they got the people to look like the monsters. So you get to like implement the little comic book references of like weird alien species and stuff and like a symbiote type thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then I finally get the right one and Ant-Man's fighting Thor. So he's like whipping around on his hammer and everything. And he's just like a little dude. And so he keeps getting like bashed around, but because the suit makes him a little stronger, he can take it.
Yeah.
And Black Widow's like, no. But as Thor's getting ready to charge at her, she just slightly dodges out of the way. And then Hawkeye just goes pew with a little arrow. And then boom, he smashes him in the head with a little bit of the Asgardian technology. And then he's all fixed. And then he's like, oh, I got bigger problems here. And so he's got to go do that weird mystical bath thing he did at the end of Age of Ultron. Flies off to Asgard. Yeah. And then like get a little happily ever after.
So when he was
and Baron Zemo escapes.
So when he was going in the bath, do you just see Thor and he's like boop-a-doop-a-doo?
No, you know that sexy jazz man song? Yeah.
Wait, so how does that start the Civil War though?
No, it's a post-credit scene, dude.
Oh, is that
it works as its own movie still. There you go.
So post-credit scene. What would be your post-credit scene in order to cause Civil War? Yeah.
No, Falcon.
You can't just say post-credit scene.
No. Falcon. When he goes back to Avengers HQ, Cap's like, "So did you get him?" He's like, "Oh, I forgot to ask him."
And that starts Civil War.
No, that's he forgot to ask Scott Lang for help.
Scott.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. That was really hard with all of that stuff.
That was actually
I had to change everything.
No, for what you did, not bad. Not bad.
And for you only having like 5 minutes to think of that,
that was pretty good.
That's not too bad actually.
No, and then when I thought of Ant-Man fighting Thor. Like, I want to see a scene where, like, you see, like, Ant-Man little and the hammer coming at him, and it's all epic and everything.
And then you just see him,
pan out shot, just ding, and just like him hitting the wall, like,
No. I see that. I think that would be really cool. But I also want to see, like, right when Thor's, like, about to hit him, he shrinks, and you see him, like, flip over the hammer. And then, like, right as soon as he flips over the hammer, you just see him jump off it and just punch him in the face. That would be really cool. Another cool scene, But, like, except for when he punches him in the face, because he's the God of Thunder, he just goes, and, like, you just see Scott fall, and he's like, ah.
See, yeah. That was not bad.
Okay.
Except for the fact it turned into a Hawkeye movie for a while.
Oh,
yeah. You kind of favored Hawkeye a little bit more.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But no, it's fine.
I'm like, wow, Hawkeye's getting a lot of scenes in this movie.
I did admire how you paid homage to the Budapest. Like, we finally get to see.
Yeah, we finally get to see what happens in Budapest. Yeah, that's really cool. I wouldn't have minded if what was it, while they were in Budapest, like you see like an Ant-Man.
I had 10 minutes, guys. I had 10 minutes.
That's pretty good.
I'm just saying. I'm just throwing that in there.
No, it was good. I actually enjoyed it. Like, I'd be a little, you know what? I'm kind of a little disappointed that it probably won't be like that. The sequel.
Thank you.
Not gonna lie.
Well, no, because for an Ant-Man, the only reason I was like, oh, why is Hawkeye getting a lot of like screen time?
Because Hawkeye didn't get his own movies or Black Widow.
That's true.
You know what? I think that they should just call it Budapest.
No, it's too abstract. It's got to have a superhero in the title.
You could probably do it as like a one-shot, Marvel one-shot.
That'd be really cool.
I would love that.
Yeah, Marvel one-shot.
Or just put it in the beginning of Ant-Man 2.
That could be Marvel Studios.
Yeah. I mean, because it's already Ant-Man's like the second lowest grossing movie in the franchise, but it's making its money back. It's doing fine.
No,
it just doesn't have clear sequel money yet.
And technically, if they do that, they can get away with it because they talked about an Ant-Man that he was around in like the 1950s or 40s.
Yeah, they could do a prequel movie.
Actually, the one thing which I'm really interested to see is if they introduce Ant-Man and Agent Carter.
Ooh,
because
they could
because they keep on talking about the Cold War and like the USSR and everything like that. That's what like really interested me on that one because I was like, oh wait,
I realized.
That's Peggy Carter.
Okay, so is it a yes or a no for that one?
Oh yeah, we have to judge whether or not we would make this. Would you make this movie?
I say yes.
Yeah, I'd probably make the movie.
Okay,
you're biased. You make anything. This movie's gonna. All right. Yeah.
Yo, come on, you liked it.
I totally
okay, good. So that's yes across the board?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, that's the final word then. Good, because I totally forgot to use the part where his suit doesn't work.
Oh my god!
No, you bought it.
Right. I remember.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to be a
D
word.
Thank you, Kirk. No. You should have said it. That would have been.
Yeah, no.
You know what?
That's the whole reason why we gotta like that. That was like the whole point is that we're all supposed to like be like going like no, don't forget that, and like adding different stuff as the because that's what happens in a writing room where it's like, okay, well, what about if we change this that way? And it's like, okay, so she does this and like
I mean that happens with the like that's pretty much all movie making. That's what like. Sometimes it's hard to say like, well, the script was okay. Like you don't know what they cut out of it. Like Age of Ultron had like 20% of it at least gutted, just because studio notes and stuff.
Listen, you can have the farm or you can have water scene.
Yeah, that's basically what happened with the Thor cave scene.
Yeah, so you can choose farm or you can watch Thor take a bath. Choose.
It's time to choose. So now choose.
And you see them with like you just see him with like giant scissors. And he's just like, what are those for? Choose. It's a bit extreme, ain't it? Choose.
It's just saying choose.
All right, Kevin, put the scissors down.
No, he fought for that stuff too. It was more head honchos.
Yeah, it's fine. I think that's really cool. But I also think that like I don't think people would have been very like attuned to seeing like a 3-hour Avengers movie there.
I disagree. I
disagree. I totally.
Nobody who wanted to see Avengers would have said, "Oh, it's 3 hours. I'm not going." No one would have done that.
But it wouldn't have been 3 hours. It would have been like what 3:20.
No, it would. You could trim it down more. Is what we're saying.
Yeah,
you could do a 3-hour cut. It won't happen. But
It's
you
not-
could do
yeah,
it.
They could have had like 2 sentences.
I was
of
actually-
what happened with them.
I was actually really
They
disappointed.
kind of did, but not really.
Yeah.
It's
Two
in
more
passes. It's in passing where they say everything that happens, and it's kind of like, yeah, this is what happened.
It kicks off the Vision stuff, and that stuff's great, so it's fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And it kind of there's a whole thing we talked about. Age of Ultron
that's true.
before. All right, that's it because I don't think we're going over time, but we might
just a little bit.
Okay,
Wait,
then
was that more than 15 minutes?
I think it was. Yeah, it was a little bit.
It was a little bit.
no,
more
because
than
we
10
talked for.
Oh,
a
we
while
talked for a
So
bit.
we talked
Okay,
about
so
it,
yeah, and then we talked a little bit after, so we're fine. If we're just a little bit over, then I was fine.
Yeah, just a little bit over.
Oh yeah, she's still gonna buy it. Okay, yeah, I mean that wraps up for the Waffle Press movie podcast today. That was a fun tidbit. You guys are gonna have fun doing that too, I bet. I'm gonna screw with you next week though. Oh my god!
Just because I started adding stuff?
Yeah, I'm gonna ruin your life.
Dude, you know what? That's fine with me. I'm fine with that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's it. If you could tell people wherever you want to find you online.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook. You can find me on the Twitters, and also find me. You can also find me at the Hyperkin Games Facebook, Twitter, everything else.
All right, Kirk.
I'm only entertaining on Twitter, so you can find me at the only Kirk, because what other Kirk do you know?
That's good. Okay, Renee.
Yeah, you guys can go visit my podcast on undercity.podbean.com. You also, guys, if you guys want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram, which is browncoat92.
All right, and then of course, get me on Twitter at Dago Waffles, at the Waffle Press on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, YouTube. Like and subscribe to all that stuff if you want. Check out every other podcast we've got going on there: Hogwarts Podcast, Spideycast, Movie Hero Show, lots of other cool stuff, TV Hangouts. It's a lot of fun. Thanks, guys. We have been professionally unprofessional.